Kick-ass facts on one of my favorite topics and things to do, swearing. Pew, pew, pew! Swearing is handled by the brain differently than regular language. According to psychologist Richard Stevens, while most language is located in the cortex and specific language areas in the left hemisphere of the brain, swearing might be associated with a more rudimentary, older area of the brain. Some social scientists have developed two categories of swearing: annoyance swearing, negatively charged words providing emotion and stress relief, and social swearing, which are designed to meet our gentler needs of social bonding and as a means of emphasis or humor. Steven Pinker, Canadian smart guy, identified 5 types of swearing: dysphomistic swearing, that is used to provoke; abusive swearing, used to insult or offend; idiomatic swearing, to show comfort between people; emphatic swearing is used to point out an issue; and the last one, cathartic swearing, is used to express the feeling of sadness, anger, or any other emotion when something bad happens. Studies have shown that most uses of swear words are not problematic. Researchers recorded over 10,000 episodes of public swearing by children and adults and rarely witnessed a negative consequence. Public swearing never led to physical violence. Most public uses of taboo words were not in anger. They were innocuous or produced positive consequences. Several studies over the years have highlighted the social benefits of swearing. They found it can build a sense of camaraderie and solidarity within a group, especially if that group faces adversity or outside opposition. Swearing can lead to tighter human bonds and create informal environments where people are more likely to relax, speak freely, and be them fucking selves. We tend to watch our language around people we can't fully be ourselves around. It is even effective in forging parasocial relationships, one-sided bonds where a person feels close to someone they don't actually know. A series of studies published in 2017 found a positive link between profanity and honesty. People who cursed lied less on an interpersonal level and had higher levels of integrity overall. The idea is that if someone is swearing while they're speaking in an unfiltered way, which leads to the perception that they're being honest. Studies of swearing show that swear words increase attention and recall. By commanding more attention, swear words are better at being remembered and at the same time interfere with the processing of other stimuli. They heighten autonomic and physiologic responses. Studies involving changes in skin conductance of electrical signals, a measure of autonomic arousal, show increased activity from swearing. An increase in heart rate, another measure of autonomic arousal, has been less consistently demonstrated in the lab. Swearing triggers the flight or fight response. It produces pain relief. In experiments, swearing increased pain tolerance by increasing the threshold for reporting pain and lowering the perception of pain. More on that in a second. Heightened stamina and strength. The repeated use of swear words was shown to increase muscular performance and compared to neutral terms. More on this in a few seconds. A study found that people can hold their hand in freezing water longer if they repeated a swear word. People who repeated fuck found a 32% increase in pain threshold and a 33% increase in pain tolerance. They could tolerate the cold water for up to 18 seconds longer. New swear words, such as fouch or twist pipe, did not affect pain threshold or tolerance, neither did repeating neutral words. Although swearing's power has diminishing returns, people who swear the most in everyday life get the least pain-relieving benefit. Fuck. People on bikes who swore while pedaling against resistance had more power and strength than people who used neutral words, and research also found that people who cursed while squeezing a hand vise were able to squeeze harder and longer. If you are bi or multilingual, swearing has a bigger emotional impact when you do it in your first language. In a 2015 study, psychologists found links between how fluent a person is in the English language and how fluent they are in swearing. Participants were asked to list as many words that start with F, A, or S in 1 minute. Another minute was devoted to coming up with curse words that start with those 3 letters. The study found those who came up with the most F, A, and S words also produced the most swear words. The more curse words you can generate, the more regular words you're generating as well. So it's likely that you have a larger vocabulary. Swearing appears to be a feature of language that an articulate speaker can use to communicate with maximum effectiveness. Swearing can also be associated with social intelligence. Having the strategies in place to know when and where it's appropriate to swear and not appropriate is a social cognitive skill. Research on swearing goes back to Victorian times when physicians discovered that patients who lost their ability to speak could still curse. Patients who have had strokes on their right side tend to become less emotional, less able to understand and tell jokes, and they tend to stop swearing even if they swore a lot before. Swearing in a physical therapy setting should be used to accomplish specific goals, such as relief from pain and stress. Swearing has the potential to significantly improve patient outcomes. Swearing can create tighter human bonds and enhance the therapeutic alliance between a patient and their physical therapist. Improvements in social pain, physical pain tolerance, and physical pain threshold can occur by strategic swearing by patients. Even physical performance measures, such as power and force, could be enhanced if patients swear. Studies have also shown that swearing can increase the effectiveness and persuasiveness of a message. A study published in 2014 found that when reading a blog post by a fictitious politician, the post with swear words increased the perceived informality of the language and improved people's perception and impression of the source, though when asked outright, it didn't change who they would vote for. In a recent exploratory study, Twitter users were found to swear about 1.15% of the time, or 64% higher than when we speak. 2004 research found that though swearing reduces with increasing social class, the upper middle class swear significantly more than the lower middle class, suggesting that at some point on the social ladder, people just stop caring. Swearing gives us a non-violent outlet for our emotions. We can get back at people or situations without having to resort to traditional violence or something more menacing and harmful. Swearing can give us a greater sense of power and control over a negative situation. By swearing, we show that we have power or control over the situation, not that it has power or control over us. The best health benefits of swearing include increased circulation, elevated endorphin and serotonin levels, and an overall sense of calm, control, and well-being. Swearing can at times spark our inner creativity. Some individuals who naturally possess more of a creative flair find that they might come up with very creative words in the process of swearing, or they muster up the energy to complete a project that has been neglected for some time. Although not everyone is a fan of swearing, 2 researchers determined that swearing can make you seem dishonest and less intelligent than your peers. Even those who were not offended by foul language hold lower opinions of swearers than non-swearers, researchers found. Foul-mouthed individuals are also judged as less likable and more aggressive. Okay.